The film opens with a young man, named Oliver Quick, talking to someone off-screen, about his relationship with Felix Catton. Oliver states that, while he did love Felix, he claims, he was not in love with him. In 2006, Oliver attends Oxford University, under a scholarship, so, he doesn't fit in with the rest of the students, who come from wealth. At first, he is approached by another student, named Michael Gavey, who is a bit awkward, and off-putting, and he also gets off on the wrong foot, with another student, named Farley Start. While returning to his room, he finds Felix with his bike, after getting a flat tire. Oliver offers Felix his bike, so, he can get to his destination, for which, Felix is thankful. Now, Oliver begins to spend more time with Felix, who has taken a liking to him. Oliver effectively starts to ignore Michael, who tells him that, Felix and his friends, will get bored of him eventually. At one point, Felix's girlfriend, named Annabelle, hooks up with Oliver, after Felix bailed on plans with her, despite her also being one, who previously looked down upon Oliver, for his supposed poverty. Sure enough, after a while, Felix finds himself, rather put off by Oliver, who obsessively trying to spend time with him. Oliver later, goes to Felix's room crying, saying, he just learned, his father passed away, presumably from a night of drinking. But Oliver says, he cannot go home, as his mother is a drug addict, and he doesn't feel safe in his own home. Now, Felix offers Oliver a chance, to join him at his family's estate in Saltburn, over in the summer. After the boys finish their final exams, Oliver joins Felix on the trip to Saltburn, and arrives at their sprawling mansion. Oliver meets Felix's parents, who are, Sir James, and Lady Elspeth, plus Felix's sister, named Venetia, and Elspeth's friend, named Pamela. Elspeth asks Oliver invasive questions, about his family and home life, which embarrasses Felix, who has told his family everything about Oliver. Farley also stays at Saltburn, since, he and Felix are cousins. Now, Oliver starts to spend time with Felix, Venetia, and Farley, first by lounging in the field outside the mansion. Later in the day, Oliver watches Felix in the bathtub, and then, later goes to slurp up the remaining bath water, when he is gone. While he grows closer to Felix, Oliver also starts to hang around Elspeth and Venetia. He first suggests to Elspeth that Pamela is involved in something shady against her, as a means to get her away from Saltburn. Later at night, he finds Venetia by the garden, and performs oral time on her, while she is on her monthly problem. Farley witnesses this, and tells Felix about it, who expresses discomfort, with Oliver being with his sister that way. The Cattons then host a party at the mansion. During a round of karaoke, Farley taunts Oliver, by having him go up, and sing, Pet Shop Boys Rent, to mock him over, how he's basically moved into the Cattons' home. At night, Oliver goes into Farley's room, to threaten him, while crawling over him, while also giving him a hand job. In the morning, Farley is sent out of Saltburn, after it was said that, he was attempting to steal from the mansion. Later, while Oliver is with Felix and Elspeth, she casually mentions that, Pamela has died, strongly implied to be because of suicide. With the summer nearly over, the Cattons plan a party for Oliver's upcoming birthday. Felix then surprises Oliver with a trip to see his mother, which Oliver seems to be trying to avoid. When the boys arrive at the house, Felix is stunned to see that, not only is Oliver's mother Paula healthy and friendly, but his father Jeff is also alive, and the family is fairly well off. Felix is officially put off by Oliver and his lies, despite him attempting to defend himself. So, Felix tells him to leave Saltburn, after the party. During the party, Farley shows up, and mocks Oliver, saying that, he is less of a place there at Saltburn, than Farley does. When the party sings for Oliver, the guests don't even know his name, leaving him upset. Oliver then goes into the family's maze, outside the mansion, where he finds Felix. Oliver attempts to save their friendship, but Felix is done with him. In the morning, Oliver overhears people frantically calling out for Felix. The family finds him dead in the middle of the maze, where he and Oliver had been arguing. Farley and Venetia collapse to the ground in horror. Oliver later sits down for an uncomfortable lunch with the family, plus Farley. Farley is accused of having taken drugs the night before, that may have contributed to Felix's death. After Felix's funeral, Elspeth asks Oliver to continue staying at Saltburn. Oliver goes into the bathroom, while Venetia is bathing, and she begins to accuse him of preying on her family, as he seemed to be obsessed with Felix, despite knowing him for barely 6 months. The next day, Venetia is also found dead, having slit her wrists in the tub. After her funeral, James demands that Oliver leave Saltburn, and even offers to pay him off to leave. Now, over a decade passes, with Oliver long having left Saltburn. He reads in a newspaper that James has died. He then runs into Elspeth at a coffee shop, where she is happy to see him. After they catch up, she invites him to go back to Saltburn. The film then reveals that Oliver has been talking to Elspeth, who is on her deathbed. He then confesses, as she lays dying, that he was responsible for everything that has happened to her family. Oliver punctured Felix's bike tire, in an effort to meet him, and enter his life. He poisoned Felix in the maze, after giving him a bottle, which he drank from, but Oliver had vomited the poison out. He also slipped razor blades next to Venetia, to give her the idea to commit suicide. Oliver had also sent an email, to get Farley removed from Saltburn, and later, managed to get Elspeth to sign over all her assets to Oliver, effectively allowing him to inherit all of Saltburn. Oliver once again talks about how he loved and hated Felix, but was never in love with him. He then pulls at Elspeth's breathing tube to kill her. After that, Oliver moves into the Cattons' mansion, and later dances around the house, as to murder on the dance floor. From here, this blockbuster movie ends. Hope you guys enjoyed this a lot. I'll meet you tomorrow, but before sign off, I request you guys to like, subscribe and share my channel. Thank you.